Why do we age? This question, which has occupied minds throughout human history, has echoed on the lips of everyone from alchemists seeking the elixir of immortality to kings wanting to preserve their youth. But the real issue is this: is aging merely an inevitable biological process, or is it a puzzle waiting to be solved? Why can't our cells perform their functions after a certain point? Why do telomeres shorten with each division? Why does our DNA deteriorate over time? And most importantly, can science truly intervene in this process? How does time age us? The human body is full of biological mechanisms operating in a much more complex order than it appears. In our younger years, our cells divide in a regular rhythm, renewing our tissues. Yet this order falters at a certain point. Cells face a limit. This border signals that their lifespan is silently running out. The first step of aging is taken right here. So how do the mechanisms causing cellular aging really work? Scientists have been researching this answer for years. The response is not a single reason but many interconnected factors. Each cell can divide a limited number of times throughout its life. This biological rule is known as the Hayflicklimit. When the cell passes this limit, it stops dividing and enters a state called senescence. These cells not only lose their function, but also send signals that cause trouble in their tissue. Thus, aging turns into a chain process spreading from individual cells to the whole organism. Scientific research on the preservation of telomeres highlights the most critical link in this chain. Telomeres are protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes. You can think of them as a shield for DNA. With every cell division, this shield wears down a bit. In time, when telomeres reach a critical shortness, cells can no longer divide safely. While scientists search for ways to protect telomeres, they focus on an enzyme called telomerase. This enzyme can repair telomeres, but there's a dangerous side. Too much telomerase can also allow cancer cells to proliferate uncontrollably. Nature has set a delicate balance, shortening our lifespan while protecting us from unchecked cell growth. But why do DNA repair mechanisms become insufficient as we age? This is one of the invisible faces of aging. Every day, sun rays, free radicals, toxins, and cellular activities cause small deteriorations in our DNA. In youth, these damages are repaired quickly. But over time, repair systems slow down. Accumulated damage inhibits healthy cell function. This creates conditions not only for aging, but also for neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and cancer. So, here's a critical question. Is there an evolutionary purpose to aging? According to evolutionary biology, the greatest achievement of living beings is to pass their genes to future generations. Once the reproductive period ends, natural selection no longer has a reason to keep the organism alive for long. In other words, aging is a process overlooked by nature. However, some creatures seem to break this rule. Turtles, whales, and the immortal jellyfish Turritopsis dohrnii all show that long life or non-aging may be possible. When their secrets are solved, maybe humanity's greatest mystery will be illuminated. The scientific world is focused on anti-aging research to uncover these secrets. So, what new methods offer hope in this field? Calorie restriction has been experimentally observed to extend lifespan. Antioxidant supplements aim to reduce the damage free radicals cause to cells. On the molecular level, regulating pathways like mTOR and sirtuins raises hope that aging can be slowed. While these are not definitive solutions yet, they show that science's steps against aging are too important to underestimate. Experiments on the telomerase enzyme are also a strong link in this chain of hope. In mice, activation of telomerase led to cellular rejuvenation and reversal of some aging symptoms. However, applying this method to humans carries great risk because telomerase can also accelerate the proliferation of cancer cells. For this reason, scientists are seeking ways to use telomerase in a limited and controlled manner. So can genetic engineering slow aging? Technologies like CRISPR make it possible to edit certain genes in DNA. Studies show that changing genes associated with longevity, such as sirtuins or FOXO, may extend lifespan. Although we are still at the beginning, in the future it might be possible to slow the biological clock through genetic interventions. This would mean a world where lifespan depends not only on natural processes, but also on scientific interventions. There is an even closer solution to reducing the effects of aging than genetics: artificial organs and stem cell therapies. As we age, our organs wear out and lose their renewal capability. Stem cells are powerful candidates to compensate for this loss. They have the potential to repair damaged tissues, produce new cells, and rejuvenate organs. Another promising field is organ production with 3D bioprinters. In the future, the needs of transplant patients may be met with artificial organs produced from their own cells. Even if these developments cannot stop aging, they can greatly reduce its damage. But remember, some of the strongest tools for slowing aging are already at our fingertips. Regular sleep, exercise, and balanced nutrition directly affect the biological age of our cells. Adequate sleep is critically important for DNA repair. Regular exercise reduces inflammation and is linked to longer telomeres. Nutrition is one of the strongest external factors determining aging. Foods rich in antioxidants, paying attention to calorie balance, and avoiding overconsumption can turn back our biological age for years. In conclusion, aging is an inevitable journey for now. But in the light of science, the direction and speed of this journey can change. Each discovery, from cell limits and telomere secrets to DNA repair and stem cell therapies, takes us a step further. Maybe one day we won't be able to stop aging completely, but we will redefine it. Because even if humanity cannot defeat time, it will never stop searching for ways to erase its traces. Aging may be our destiny, but staying young is our choice. To continue discovering the secrets of aging with science, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think it's possible to stop aging? Let's discuss. Subscribe, like, comment.